7 crystal singing bowls tonight. So kind of my standard setup a little bit augmented. To honor the green flame, we brought in 2 heart bowls. They are a binaural beat, so they're half note off, playing at the same time. And your brain hears both notes, and then it makes a 3rd note inside your head. So it's kind of cool. So that's a binaural beat. And then we recently became Crystal Tones distributors. So I brought in 4 Crystal Tones bowls to demonstrate. These are the alchemy bowls, so they're pure crystal quartz mixed with either a metal or a crystal or a combination of both. And again, to honor the green flame, I brought in the green heart or a gold bowl. So that one is a heart and F sharp. Then we brought in a Saint Germain bowl and a couple of platinum bowls. So that's kind of the singing bowls that we're going to be hearing this evening. And I brought in 3 gongs tonight. The one that's directly behind me and the one that is over to my right or left. These are made by a US gong maker, Shaughnessito. So we have the Saturn gong and the Gaia gong, and then over here on my left, your right, this is a Paiste symphonic gong. So that's the sound I'm going to be creating and providing tonight, weaving in and out in the evening. And I will let Alicia introduce herself and then our topic for this evening. We'll get started.
So there have been just amazing downloads coming in for you guys all day, which is one of my favorite things about channeling, is I get to hold all this beautiful light and let it just come right through me into the room for all of you. So my name is Alicia. I'm a transvocal channel, a light language channel, and multi-dimensional healer. And so what that means is connecting with the higher dimensions and bringing that 5th dimensional and higher energy into our 3D bodies, which is really healing. It creates a barrier of light around you, which is our first line of defense, our aura. So when our aura is filled with light, what it'll do is it'll start to penetrate areas where there's blockages, and those blockages will start to dissolve and shift, and eventually, if you can relax enough and let it go, it'll come right out and go up into the light and carry right out of the room. So I work with a whole team of angelic beings that will lift it right out of the room. And that's what we're going for, that's what we want. It doesn't always happen the first time. Sometimes it takes a few sessions. Sometimes it'll happen on your mat in a yoga class. We're meant to work through these blockages and not keep them in our bodies. So this is just another way to do that. And the green flame. So the flames are the highest vibration of the divine rays. When it comes down in a ray form, they're called the divine rays of creation. So to have a world in perfect harmony, you want to have all 7 colors of the rays, or the rainbow, operating and functioning equally on the planet. So if you're a divine ray healer, then you can sense which rays are needed to bring things back into harmony. And that goes for spaces and for people. So when you're working with it in the ray form, it's very nourishing, and it's just a softer version of it. When you turn it all the way up, it becomes a flame. And I love working with fire energy. I have a lot of fire in my chart, so I'm very comfortable working with that. So I've been dancing around because I can't sit still, because it's wanting to come in. And we brought in these beautiful crystals to honor that flame and to just anchor it here in our grid. So it comes in with Archangel Raphael, who's the healing angel, and Ascended Master Hilarion. So they're known as the Chohans of the Ray, and it's a sacred temple that's held in another dimension that holds this perfect healing energy. And so it's my intention tonight to hold that here for you and allow yourself to just bathe in it. It's really good for your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual bodies, but especially your physical body. So that's what I'll say. You'll hear me singing, doing some channeled meditation and anchoring the light in the room today. So I'm happy you're here.
Awesome. So, let's see. Tonight we're going to kind of go right into the sound bath. So why don't you guys find a comfortable position on your back? Everybody has a bolster. If it were me here, I wouldn't put the bolster under my head. I would put it under my knees. The reason for that is when you are laying flat on your back, elevate your knees a little bit. It tilts the pelvis slightly. That tilting of the pelvis is going to help the front side of the hips relax, and then it's also going to allow the lower back to be flatter onto the floor. So it's going to create a little bit of a more relaxed posture for yourself. That might not feel exactly like what you're used to, having something under the back of your knees rather than your head. So if it's comfortable for you to be there with it under the back of your knees, awesome. You know your body better than I do. So if it feels better to have that bolster under your head, and that's where you feel like you need the support, then I encourage you to go ahead and take that. We're going to work through a short relaxation script. As we do that, I'm going to cue tensing and releasing muscles. I'm going to cue just a little bit of movement. And I'm going to cue you to bring awareness to the breath, to different parts of the body. As with any type of meditation, relaxation, healing, the mind tends to wander a little bit. My invitation for you this evening, when the mind wanders, is to hear the sound of my voice, and without judgment, allow yourself to come back to it. Honor where the mind wandered to. As we begin to find our place in the room, I want you to bring awareness to the breath. Do so without trying to lengthen or soften the breath. Just notice it. Simple exercise here that is going to let the body soften. And we're going to tense and release muscle groups. So starting with the legs, let's go ahead and curl the toes back towards the shins. Engage the muscles in the feet, quads, squeeze the top side of the legs, and then take a nice big inhale breath in, fill all the way up, and then softly let that breath out as you release the quads, the feet, the shins. Perhaps it feels good after you release them to wiggle the toes, roll out the ankles. Next, I want you to engage the glutes. Gently squeeze the glutes. Engage the core, pulling the belly button down towards the floor. And take an inhale breath. Breathe in. And exhale breath. Let that out. Soften the belly. Soften. Perhaps the hips need a wiggle. As you invite the sacrum to come down onto the ground. Moving up the body, let's go ahead and curl the fingers in. Clench the fists. Engage the muscles in the forearms. Squeeze the pecs, the muscles in the forearms, wiggle the fingers, roll out the wrists. Our next muscle group, I want you to be really soft when I talk about engaging. It's more about bringing focus. So let's bring the teeth together. Press the tongue up into the roof of the mouth. Eyes come right to third eye center. Take an inhale breath and feel the forehead activate, the energy center that is the third eye. And then allow that to soften, eyes soften. Create a space between the teeth. Allow the tongue to settle into that. Over the next couple breaths, I want you to scan the body. The top of the head down to the tips of the toes. See if there's tension residing anywhere. And if there is, just ask the body to soften. Feel yourself on the mat. Notice the path that the breath takes through the body. Gently in through the nose, the chest and the belly softly expand. Feel the breath release, the belly soften. Bring awareness to the rise and fall of the belly. Expansion and contraction of the ribs. I want you to feel the support of the earth below you. Bring awareness to the points of contact, the body, to the mat, to the bolster, back of the head, the shoulders, the hips, the heels. At each of those points of contact, give the body permission to be supported. To be held. We're going to engage in a few moments of breath work here to really get us into a relaxed state of mind, to really help us to bring on the healing. The breath work that we're going to do is called a 3-5-6 relaxing breath. So we breathe into the count of 3, we hold for the count of 5, and then we exhale to the count of 6. This breath is chosen to calm the mind, to help us prepare for meditation. If at any point in time my counting, the length, the depth of the breath doesn't agree with you, please feel free to augment it in a way that is going to nurture and support you this evening. So to prepare for our breath work, we gently take a nice soft exhale breath out. one more time through. Take a big breath in for 1, 2, 3. Holding the breath. Top. 2, 3, 4, 5. And at that exhale, roll out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Allow the breath to return to a soft, gentle pace. In and out of the nose. Nurturing. We are anchoring this golden web of light around each other like a blanket. And as we do that, we're filtering anything that is still holding its position and keeping its grip, and any places that seem to stick. Freeing ourselves of old energy takes time. So we invite you to, on your mats, unwind. There is a beautiful light on for you, each one of you. Arranging itself here between the music and the sound. Visibly see it now in your third eye. Moving about, dancing through the room, this green, golden light.
yourself in any scar tissue or areas that need diffusion. It's as easy as just breathing or feeling the wind. Kaya nash ansia, nira okoram, pras achiana atia. Kaya no, heana veheana, heana veheanam, ishtayan. We're going to talk to our physical bodies today, using our internal dialogue, our thoughts, our intention, asking the tissues to soften and to breathe in light. Kayana shambras achia pras achiana otov mara akeyanya. There is a brilliance inside each one of you. And that is where we're going to move our intention now. And as this light turns on in your sphere of consciousness, start to allow yourself to notice which one of your 7 major chakras you feel it the most. This is where you're going to receive more light today. Allowing a sense of a jade castle forming around you. In your crystalline structure, there are areas of awakening that are wanting to flip a switch on, that are waiting for more. As you step into fullness, remind yourself to just breathe. See it glistening off in the distance, reminding you that your spirit is strong, vital. And you're just watching it as it glows, calling you in. The rays are warm and colorful and revitalizing through the skin. If there are aches or pains anywhere in your physical form, thought processes, simply allow them to dissolve here. The soles of the feet, anchoring down, aligning you with Mother Nature, feeling that familiar energy of the sea. We ground the flame here, feeling the anchor drop all the way down to the crystalline heart core of Mother Earth. Visually see your root systems wrapping around and around that core 3 times. Exhale, and as you breathe, allow the fire to drain out of you anything that you do not need, that no longer serves your highest good, all the way out your grounding cord. Kajen Seyanina Akatash Brahma Akaya Kaya Noranave Ishetaya No Haya No. Allowing yourself to see all of the green crystals in the earth, all the fluorite, all the green calcite, all the aventurine, labradorite, emerald, jade, and allow those beautiful crystals, gemstones, to show you your own crystalline structure in your body. Visibly see yourself being able to let the light just move right through you and awaken. Kaya Noranave Ishetaya No Kaya No. Letting go. Feel the music and breathe. system of healing, grounding, remembering the earth. We allow the walls to become natural. Turn back the volume a bit on the sacred flames. Remembering that small inner voice of quiet. Asking our higher self, our higher power, if there's anything else that we might need tonight. Allowing all the energy and information that needs to come through for our highest good and the highest good of all concerns to come through at this time. Breathing white light all around your body, calling your energy in, listening to the tranquility of your own inner temple. And as you see the room filling up with white lights around everybody else, I want you to breathe in. And on the exhale, go ahead and release everybody out of your field. And then on the inhale, breathe in white light. And exhale anything that you might have empathed, felt, seen, heard, all the way out your grounding cord into Pachamama, Mother Earth, to be transmuted, recycled, and cleared. Asking for a very beautiful, bright, healing layer from the nourishing healing flame to strengthen the outer layer of your aura now. Filling in any rips or tears, balancing, and then just visualize your egg-like aura drawing closer to you until it's about 3 feet around you. And see the inside color, any color you want. Filled with sparkles and bubbles and all things. Kindness, compassion, healing, joy.
We can bring awareness back to the body. Feeling again the points of contact on the mat. Feet, heels, the hips, the back of the shoulders, and the back of the head. Begin to bring a little bit of movement back to the body. Wiggling the fingers, toes, rolling out the wrists and ankles, allowing the head to shift from side to side. Reach the arms over the head. Stretch the legs out long. Find a big stretch. slowly bringing yourself back to the room. Grounding yourself here in the present moment. Right here on our backs. And we're going to close our ceremony, our sound healing, our class for this evening. Let's bring the palms to touch. Allow the thumbs to rest right against the heart. We thank our bodies. We thank our minds. We thank ourselves for being kind. We thank the universe for the divine guidance that we have received. And we thank ourselves for all that we have achieved. We thank the messages that have come through today and remain open to further guidance that may come our way. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you guys so much for coming in and joining us on this Saturday evening. We always enjoy hanging around for a few minutes afterwards, so if you feel called to hang out on your mat, we encourage people to take their time to come back. We always hang out for a little bit. If you have any questions about the energy, any questions about healing you may receive, any comments about that, Alicia is always available after class. If you have any questions about the sound, if you want to come up and take a picture in front of the bowls, it's awesome. You're always invited to do that. If you are interested in any further trainings or events, we do have business cards and flyers on the table at the back. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a good weekend. Have a blessed night. Sleep well. Make sure that you drink a lot of water. Even though we didn't do a lot of movement tonight, you definitely need to rehydrate afterwards.